game that many times in a tournament of this caliber. I mean, I don't know if it's written in the rules somewhere that that's just the way that it's become now, or what it is. But we'll see. Is that? Are they gonna follow the other curse of win into 16th? Is that what's gonna happen now?
No, don't put that evil on him, Toby.
Now it's sick.
It is now
The words have been spoken.
come out. It's been spoken.
But this time around, it seems a bit different. There are a lot of edge teams in this lobby of 16. Like a lot of teams that would usually thrive on the edge, and I think that's like this specific lobby. You have Ents, they're committing somewhat center right now. You have Heroic kind of in the middle of things, and of course it is only phase 1, so things could easily change over the course of the game. But teams that would usually not be in a hurry to take center positions are finding their way into the middle early on here, and I think it's because they are aware as well that there are those kill points in there. Unfortunately, Clip those managed to steal away the kills, so regardless of being thankful that he keeps his teammate alive, not a whole lot more comes off of it. In the meantime, Dignitas, they have slowly crept their way through the field. They knew they were going to have to fight New Happy at some point, and now here they are.
Oh, that's a good grenade. Okay, does the damage, doesn't get the knock. New Happy trying to keep Dignitas at bay with all these offensive throwables, but Dignitas, they're grenading the hell out of the tree in the vehicle, because, I mean, why wouldn't you? That's okay, he's going to spot out Page just through the smoke. 2 up for Heroic as T-Bone gets knocked very, very low. Diggory going to try to make the push with Squeaky. They're going to try to go on the other side. Oh, VP going to do the work for him.
Doing them as much as they possibly can here. The thing is, I mean, Diggory knows they're getting shot at from afar as well, so they can't really commit to this. And look at this, Liquid pulling up on this. It's all the EU teams on the west side of the circle right now having an EMEA standoff. Nate is going to be perfect. T-Bone.
Ents either just doesn't have the utility to keep throwing, but Beamy's going to get spotted out by VP. As now it's a 3-way EU fight. Why not?
I am loving what I'm seeing from Ents right now. I was a little nervous that they were going to, instead of ingressing on this, trying to back off. Now Diggory finds the first one. That's correct. Seat down and out. Tiksu does get spotted. Actually, one more down as well. That's going to be Rustenmar. They try to fend off here, but Heroic are not ones to be taken lightly.
Ents, that's not what you wanted to come out of this. As the Evil E taking the shot's going to land it on Raw through the smoke. Won't be able to get the flush, it looks like, but I don't know. Is Dignitas paying attention to the kill feed? Do they know that that's SSG down there?
They're just very, very split right now. Like Dignitas, rather than try and get a freebie off of this one, saying, you know what, while they're fighting and Multi-Circle Gaming are looking that way too, let's use that time to take full control of these. You can see how they're positioned with Sparky.
This aggressive Liquid that we see kind of coming out here and taking that fight with Buriram. It looks like it ends up paying off in the form of 1 kill. They should be fine. 4 up as MCG going to run into SSG, and they're going to lose 2. Looks like SSG does lose Oldless in return, but they get themselves a nice little position. Ooh, oh, God, get back in there. Holy Honey Badger.
Yep, 3 people, or 2 at least, shooting in that direction. Honey Badger able to find the knock. And again, I mean, we saw SSG.
Oh, I appreciate it too, because I don't do
it's late in the evening
kilometers.
For you guys. We're doing kilometers and stuff. Yeah,
that's too much math for me to do at this hour. Honestly, is Heroic Corexy pulling right up close to Ents, gonna take some shots, but doesn't commit fully. So he's just gonna take a little bit of damage and immediately break LOS. So they're gonna know now that Ents is in that compound. They could probably put together this as a 2-2 if they.
In Rostock, they have forced BBL out on the eastern side, so wouldn't assume or expect to see BBL wanting to kind of re-engage in this battle either. But then again, I mean, it is BBL. You never quite know what to expect, do you?
You never really do. I mean, look, they're and to give them credit, their fight selection is S tier. As we see Godmeow getting picked out in the middle of the open here. As Pero going to make the rotation. Buriram was trying to send everybody over to Cube. It looks like with that SLR taking those shots, not landing anything, but at least letting them know that this is a occupied position. But yeah, no, I think you hit the nail on the head. I also believe that there's a little bit of ego involved. I think a lot of these teams do really well in their own regions, and they're like, oh yeah, we're just destroying this. As soon as we get to international, we're just gonna dump on everybody. It's gonna be ridiculous. And then they get there and they're like, oh, wait a minute, like everybody's good here, and there's no bad teams for us to feed off of.
Well, once again, Liquid in early issues. That's the second game now out of both the games they've played where they run straight from what now is Pachinki, their usual loot spot, into trouble.
Well, at least Ibby made it out of this, and now actually Mexi gonna find the opening knock on a smash and get the flush. So BBL losing one here, so Ibby surviving. Although he did eat some shots there, as the Ibby bullet magnet meme still continues, but on out, and he is extremely exposed. But fortunately for him, nobody playing that hill just off to the east here. Kind of everybody is farther north.
Exactly. Cat Hill completely unoccupied. And I mean, it's a good spot to be in, but not in this circle. You can't do a whole lot of scouting towards the north. You would take for granted that SSG's compound is already taken. That's really all you can see early on. So unless if the next circle shifts down towards the south, I wouldn't expect to see that hill become occupied at all. I mean,
Split here. Oldest still yet to join the rest of the boys. We see how quickly this fight can evolve here. Liquid, fortunately, for enough for them, playing the wall, and Clib already going for that heal. Oh, the grenade gonna find Jeems though, as Keenan perfectly placed here. Now Clib, he's been spotted out. He's not long for this world. There you go, another well-placed grenade from SSG, and Liquid is down in 15th.
Yeah, well played by SSG, and interesting that Liquid, they finally get a chance to you know to go back to the roots, so to say, and that's when they run into trouble. I mean, they've had a pretty decent time, I should say, rotating out early on so far in the tournament, but this time around not gonna happen.
I guess that's what I get for picking Liquid as my team to watch there. It's like, I still believe, chat. I still believe. I don't care if they went out early. Yeah, that's why we play all these games, man. That's why we don't play one.
So we can prove Power right. That's the only purpose.
Exactly. We do it for fantasy, and we do it to prove me right. BBL gonna be dodging the shots from SSR, but Smash, ooh.
That hill become occupied at all. I mean, Petrichor might have a wrap opportunity on the hill, but then again, even they would probably, I mean, I would assume at least anticipate that there'd be a team up there, and it's so difficult to scout uphill on it, so not really worth the risk going up there, unless if you just want to take a fight.
Sure. Yeah, and to be honest, I mean, it's 52 alive here in Circle 2. I mean, this has been a scrappy game right off the bat. There's Metralius going to land the bolt live here in Circle 2. I mean, this has been a scrappy game right off the bat. There's Metralius going to land the bolty onto Xenon. The bolty boys are in effect here. That's Xenon. He's in trouble, man. He's all by himself in that compound.
Exactly. That's a really impactful knock. It is his first knock, so things ain't gonna go that fast. But you can see SSR in the positions going their way. They can play kind of the backstop on the west side of the circle, and they'll be all right. In the meantime, everyone out towards the east, you can see Na'Vi of one team rotating in here. There's not going to be a whole lot of areas up for grabs once they make their way in.
Yeah, that swamp area is so rough to play around here. It looks like VP actually left, and they took the compound down in the swamp. So Na'Vi actually going to have a nice little spot here to rotate into. You can see VP taking shots. Mad. Those teams will probably make their way in here at some point as well, because this is, I feel like this is the obvious place to go for these guys, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's one of the few, that's for sure. I mean, if Ents were to do anything different, that would be to wrap north around. But now that they've seen New Happy up on the, then you're reaching a point where you're somewhat limited.
Well, Petrichor Road making the long wrap around down to the south. They're going to go south even of Quarry here. Got it. Okay. Well, I'm not sure what it's called, but Dignitas is there right now, and SSG is getting picked apart here by GNL. Korn with a good. Oh, you're gonna remind me. It's SKS shots once again, but SSG not wasting any time. They're gonna be pushing with grenades, but the grenades aren't going far enough here. I think they might be just laying smokes down to protect their approach. Eldless will get taken low. Keenan will go. I'm someone down here squinting. But you got Na'Vi, you've got Ents, and now you've got New Happy that are all getting involved over here. MCG, meanwhile, after doing that long, wide split on the western side, they're going to make their way into the edge of Swamp. They're going to take some shots from VP and Mad, but other than that, it looks like they should be okay.
I like the fact that they make this wrap early on as well. They know there's a threat of teams like the teams that were further west that could potentially go down and take this spot. And if anyone did, they could easily get in trouble for not having a position to wrap towards. In the meantime, Petrichor, I mean, they came from the far
here. MCG, meanwhile, after doing that long, wide split on the western side, they're going to make their way into the edge of Swamp. They're going to take some shots from VP and Mad, but other than that, it looks like they should be okay.
I like the fact that they make this wrap early on as well. They know there's a threat of teams like the teams that were further west that could potentially go down and take this spot. And if anyone did, they could easily get in trouble for not having a position to wrap towards. In the meantime, Petrichor, I mean, they came from the far southern side. Now the circle goes a little further north, and they're just full speed sending it. They can push together even having taken a casualty early on, they can still do it. Page does find Sparking. Nate comes forward. That should be the clear of him, forcing them all further backwards. Beamy pushing continuously forward. Shinboy taking a bit of damage there as they try to wrap away.
Oh man, Dignitas just getting surprised here by the push from behind from Heroic, and very effective stuff here. Is now they're going to hop 2 into the US, try to send it a little bit farther in, see if they can maybe create a 4 from Mert. Going to do some damage, but it's not going to get the knock. Second one, oh, yeah. Evan will actually do it.
He'll get the damage. Maybe there's a kill to be stolen. We'll see how much they want to commit to try and find that. Don't think it's going to happen. We'll have to wait and see. Sum up in the meantime.
It's the re-knock there onto Honey Badger. Batulin's actually going to get spotted out by Lash. So VP was kind of in a between a rock and a hard place here. They've got Ents pushing from the east. They had MCG holding the southern part of Swamp, and now Batulin's has gone down. But a lovely nade from Spiro will find Diggory, and that'll put the Ents push on hold. Rustamar needs to be careful here. He's very low, and he's kind of the tip of the spear for the Ents push, but the rest of the boys have to stop down to go for the res.
Oh, 1 HP for Squeaky. Rustamar trying to hold off while the team gets back on their feet. Fortunately, they survived the initial explosion, but now Link Do is going to wrap on over from behind. They know they've cleared one, and they can now start engaging on the other side of the circle. And if you're Virtus Pro here, you need to start making moves. Nice spray coming in initially, but Rustamar is there to respond.
Oh, it was such a good flank from Spiro.
Initially, but Rustamar is there to respond.
Oh, it was such a good flank from Spiro out in the blue. Unfortunately, he does go down. I think there's still one up for VP. That's going to be Batulin's. And he's eating a little bit of blue here. That was just, you knew it was always going to be hard for them as they were going to...
That's terrifying. But now GNL, they've had it. They don't want to wait around anymore, and here they come.
4 deep, and they are pushing right in. Can Gamia actually escape? No, sir. That is a full pull up there. 8 kills for GNL. Fantastic game for them, no matter how this thing turns out, as Ents is going to try to make the push up to the north part of this compound. Let's see if Canaxi's looking. Nope, he's prepping. He's prepping for the push.
He's getting ready to come in his way, so buying time. Won't be buying a whole lot. Maybe get yourself a placement point or 2 extra. We'll see for how long he can hold off the finish push here.
Well, Canaxi will light up the staircase for now. He knows that Ents is at the doorstep trying to make the push. Yeah, he's Summer and Code Marco. Americano just keeping it going right now for GNL.
Yep, holding off as best as he can. His smash is taken down by Tankin. The real winners of this right now is Multi-Circle Gaming, not having to engage in any of this. That's going to be more players down. BBL, only 1 player left alive. MCG still up with 3. Americano finds the 3rd with the shotgun. Tank is there, though, to respond instantly after. Has to swap over to the Mini, trying to get one over.
Oh, my
goodness.